No one else called except us, guys, and that was in 2022. Guys, things are about to get crazy. Are you ready? Okay, guys, the work is already done. The plan has already been made, but no one else can see it but us. We only look and think, right, but at the end of the day, nothing is certain. Please like today's movie, and let's talk about it. Just in a safe recession, the black swan risk is now a soft landing, as most people agree. You see, right, black swan stories are coming out about, guys. So, okay, so who else said this first? Yes, soft landing means that everything will be okay, right? That's what most people think, that everything will be okay. People in the market are always wrong and on the wrong side of the trade, but first we're going to pump this right. There are 3 ways to get there. Guys, we've said it since the beginning of time, right? They might have to pick one. Would it be number 3, pump until it falls apart right now? This one seems the most clear to me, pump it up. Blacks are in a slump, but we're going to keep going up until the crash, right? That's what I think, guys. They pick, which one would you pick if you were the top, the market maker, or the insider? For this reason, it would hurt the market players the most, right? No one was up here, so people sell down here and no one will get out here up here. Yes, and this is where the value of assets is, I don't know, going through the roof. Now, I still think we go higher, guys, in the short term, though. It could be in a few months, right? We keep going higher and higher until all of a sudden something appears because of the crash of the stock market, which set off the Hindenburg omen, right? So apparently these guys were right when they said that the stock market crashes of 1987 and 2008 would happen. Has been set off, right? They do not show the sign. I'm not sure where or why they say this, but apparently this indicator that predicted the last 2 black swans, not the ones that happened before, but the ones that happened in 1987 and 2008, just went off right now. Okay, what's wrong with this? Because BlackRock once again backs us up. BlackRock alert for insider trading. Also, guess what? All of them are for sale. Why? Why should you ask? The sale of 30,000 BlackRock shares by chair and CEO Larry Fink was worth $25 million. It's possible that he owns more shares than I think, but I'm sure he sold 25 million before, without a doubt, for a reason. Why? Think about it. Maybe they're not selling because they don't know what to do with it, but the fact that they're not is definitely a red flag for me. Nvidia's board of directors keeps an eye on insider trades. Just sold 20,000 Nvidia shares worth a total of $21 million. Wow, that's a lot of money. Why did he sell, though? He probably has a lot more guys right, and they're just trying to control risk. It's still a red flag for me, though, because the second largest Nvidia shareholder and board member since 2008 just sold 26,000 shares worth a total of $30 million. They must have a lot, right? He likely has a lot more shares, but guys, they're still selling slowly, right? Apple alert for insider trading. This boss just sold 75,000 Apple shares, which are worth about $14 million. Why would they all sell before a black swan or crash? It's called insider trade. Instead, they sell slowly until this happens, right? If that doesn't happen, guys, they sell here and are gone, right? On the other hand, I still think you'll go higher in the short term. I'm still looking for that next leg up, which should make you go crazy. Hell is coming. This is crazy. The bank CEO, Jamie Dimon, says that hell is coming, right? If your secret credit gets worse, JP Morgan, it's crazy to say that hell is coming, guys, right? Which means there will be a lot of blood and people will scream, you'll be scared to death. Goldman Sachs says that hedge funds are selling us stocks at the fastest rate since January. The fastest rate of selling of us stocks by hedge funds since January. The fastest rate of January. Why? They bought something cheap and are now selling it for a lot of money. Right on. That's the reason. Besides that, this is also happening, guys. Hey, Justin, the banking system in NAC has unrealized losses of $517 billion, and the FDIC has warned 63 companies that they are about to go bankrupt. Well, guys, don't worry, everything will be okay. Now, think back to 2000. It's 2020, right? It was an election year those days. Guys, a black swan showed up. Oh, yes, 2008 is an election year. Black swan also came into play in 2000. That means it's interesting, right? Like last year, this year is the same. Guys, this news is really interesting because it shows that banks are not safe at all. Mr. Poole just now, like 2 hours ago, that's how long it should go, guys. His tweet said, damn it, bank. I normally wouldn't talk about this on the second channel in the second video, but it just happened right now, guys. Mr. Poole says that banks are going to fail, and then this happens. All of these different banks, and then all of a sudden we see this guy saying that things are about to fall apart. It looks like the banking system is about to fall apart. That being said, I think the whole banking system is about to fail, right? So what will it be? I have no idea what the blacks want, but this may have something to do with it in the first quarter. Unrealized losses on securities that could not be sold and were held to maturity rose by $39 million to $517 billion. That's crazy, guys, from 39 to 5 to $500 billion. It's not even possible, right? Yes, I don't think the business is doing so well. It might not be a good idea to keep all of your money in one bank. Number one, though, I think all of these smaller banks will be eaten up by the bigger ones. That's why there needs to be a banking problem, people. So that can happen, but I think the biggest banks will be okay because they are so rich. Where do they keep their money? Do they put it in banks or the stock market? So it's pretty cool, guys. Rising mortgage rates in the first quarter caused more unrealized losses on residential mortgage-backed securities, which caused the price to rise. since the Federal Reserve started raising interest rates in the first quarter of 2022. This is the 9th quarter in a row that unrealized losses have been extremely high. Guys, this is why these rates need to go down, right? However, they can't because rates are still the same and inflation isn't going down, guys. I think they will probably cut it in the summer. That's when it becomes clear that they're going to set up some kind of trouble, guys. Because of different flaws, these banks are on the verge of going bankrupt. That's right, don't take any chances, be ready just in case. Things don't look good at all. Additionally, China seems to be getting ready. Take a look. No one has ever seen China buy so much gold and sell so few as treasuries. Most likely nothing, folks. Why do they buy so much gold and sell off their US treasury holdings? Okay, this is strange because it could be a way to avoid as penalties if China takes action against Taiwan. Oh no, either the banks are about to fail or they're planning to go after Taiwanese guys this summer, right? And it was clear that we were going to connect it with some kind of crash imminent now. I'm going to talk about the numbers and signs that show not everything is going well for the business. Due to the fact that the Chicago manufacturing PMI dropped to its lowest level since May 2020, 35.4%, this is the first time in 45 years that this has happened. That's crazy. A number this low has only ever happened during a recession. You say, exactly, look at that, guys, right? That seems strange if you ask me during a slump. These are likely to all cause market crashes, or black swans. Bollinger Bands are the tightest they've been since the 2020 event, and that's just for the monthly DXY using the AC Stellar measure. Okay, so 2020 right here, guys, it was really tight. Also, it's almost there, guys, right? Take a look. The event in 2020 was the last time it happened. Okay, guys, after that, though, it fell because everything was getting better. I think the same thing happens to you guys, right? If we see a rise or maybe a dump first, whatever happens after that, they'll pump everything up to crazy levels before it falls apart. However, I believe that a black zone will likely appear soon. A restaurant disaster is beginning to spread across America, which is another sign to keep an eye on. This is terrible news for the economies of the next. Yes, because the customer probably doesn't have enough cash, right? The guys who work in shops might not have come in yet because of this, right? Because things don't look good, guys. It would be easy to tell how the NAACP economy is doing if you looked at the restaurants in your area, right? When the economy is doing well, parking lots at restaurants are full, and chains are opening new stores. But when the economy is bad, restaurants get a lot less business and places that aren't doing well close down. In the year 2024, it looks like there has been an end to restaurants all over America. Because of the high cost of living, most people don't have much money to spend. American men and women under 40 love to eat out, but most of them are having a hard time with money right now, which is really hurting the restaurant business. So sat down, I don't think it looks good. When the market gets bad, at least the same checks guys show up as soon as they dump everything. Guys, we just talked about this again. Wow. Hey, hold on a second. The Chicago PMI that we talked about made a prediction in 2001. Where is it? Guys, this is also 2008 over here, 2020 as well. This is now, guys, what's going on here? Are real recessions taking place? Even though it's not funny, those people are likely to print about $20 trillion as soon as they start a slump.